What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a little bit of some time since I've just done a regular old vlog, but this is going to be a little bit of a fun one, hopefully, as long as they allow me to film inside of here. So basically, I'm back home in Brampton, as I said in the last video, and I decided I wanted to come to what's known as the historic Bovaird house. This is one of the oldest homes. Originally it was considered the oldest home, if I'm not mistaken, in all of the Peel region, which consists of several areas, which would be like Brampton, Mississauga, and Caledon. A lot of you guys have no idea what the hell I'm talking about if you guys are from the USA, but basically I live close to Toronto. So originally that house was one of the oldest homes, which is back there, which I'm going to go into, but then they ended up finding this log house, which actually turns out to be the oldest house in this area, as far as I know anyways. But yeah, I'm gonna get to probably explore it as soon as I get inside. So I was here like years and years and years ago, and they actually let me into this one, which was really cool. And it's really neat looking inside. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it again, but looks like they've completely restored it, which is really nice. Check that out. You don't see something like this all too often, but I highly doubt it's open at the moment, but let's take a little peek inside. Pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, but yeah, let's head over to the actual Bovaird house itself. There's also another little cabin thingy, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there and take a look at that. Before we head over there, there is a sign here, circa 1845. That's cool. That's like pre-frickin' Canada right there. Pre-Confederacy. Really, really cool. And this one here is the Bovaird house. Really, really old and cool looking. Okay, here we go. Now there is some really, really neat history to this place. Everything's old and antique. Very pretty. Okay, so I am upstairs. There's something interesting. I'm gonna go to that first because I think you guys would be very fascinated by it. So interestingly enough, so a little bit of info on this house. It is built in the 1850s. I think it was 1856 is what the sign said outside. Basically, there's been several families that have owned this place. They owned properties in and around the Toronto area. They owned mills, was the first family. Very popular. They also are connected to what is now a restaurant called Cherry Hill Restaurant. Apparently, the husband shot the wife in front of the fireplace. And they're also connected to this house. The furniture in this place, for the most part, has all been donated over time. It's all antique, so go figure, there would probably be something attached to some of it. And I believe it's actually this. So basically, this cradle here, there's a story where people have seen the apparition of a woman standing right at the edge of it. And Kathy, who is a volunteer here, was actually giving me some information where she's like, oh, I feel the ghosts upstairs, 100%. She's like, especially when I was telling the story, it's kind of creepy that I'm literally telling this story standing looking at myself in a mirror, but yeah, she was saying you can definitely feel the presence, especially when you tell the story. So that would be interesting. I am going to try and see if I can connect with the operators of the location and see if I can maybe book a nighttime overnight investigation and see if we can catch some really cool stuff at night too. I do remember this room from years ago. All the little dolls and stuff. Now keep in mind, a lot of the stuff, well actually I think all of the furniture for the most part has been donated and it's not actually original. Whoa, look at this one. Now that's creepy. Imagine, do the eyes move? I don't know. That's so creepy. But yeah, there's definitely, whoa, what the hell? I don't know if it was just the shadow of the way I was moving, but in that frame I thought I saw something behind me. I think it might have just been my own shadow, which kind of freaked me out. Ever heard the phrase, freaked out by your own shadow? Okay, yeah, I don't know if she was referring to this bed, but I believe it was actually the cradle is specifically what has an attachment. She was obviously saying it's not a benign spirit. As far as they know, it's obviously just a mother looking over her baby. Man down on the historic house. The coverlet is typically of woven bed covers used as blankets and bedspreads in the mid-19th century homes. Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's interesting. Got another beautifully set up bedroom over here. It's kind of amazing to see like how they lived back in the day and how well maintained this house is. They've definitely done a very, very good job. Got a closet full of clothes. Man, they got so much, so many cool antiques in here. We got a nurse's outfit, Red Cross nurse's outfit, WW1. Wow, now that's old. And we've got another room here. Oh yeah, I remember this. For some reason, I always thought this house was a lot bigger. From the outside, it looks gigantic, and then you come in, you're like, whoa, this thing's pretty narrow. Look at all these. Ooh, creepy. Oh, for a second I thought it was handcuffs, but I don't think those are handcuffs. That tripped me out. Look at this thing. Town of Brampton. Look at that. There was barely anything here at that time. I'm trying to see where the date is. January 1857. The fact that they even have this old map is pretty amazing. County of Peel. Yeah, these were the areas I was talking about. Got Albion, Caledon, Toronto down there, Chinguacousy. The funny thing is most people can't even say this properly if they're not from here. They'll always say Chinguacousy, which may actually be the way it's pronounced, but we just say Chinguacousy. Okay, what's in here? I don't know if that actually goes anywhere. Probably can't go in there anyway. Alrighty, let's head back down. So the actual house itself was built in 1840. It's an excellent example of Georgian-style farmhouse. In 1821, John Silverthorne received a land grant. He cleared and built a log cabin. In December of 1821, he met and sold his 100-acre parcel to Peter Chinsholm for £16. Cool. And then on his death in 1938, the property passed to his son William and his wife Mosey. William was determined to preserve the house as a landmark. His wife, Mosey, donated the house to the city of Brampton in 1985. And here we are. So apparently this is the Bovaird family right here, husband and wife. That's new. That was never there the first time I actually came in here. I think they actually do like little dinners in here for people, which is kind of cool, like a special event sort of thing. Dining room is decorated to the 1860 period with an 1865 Renaissance Revival walnut table, 5 common man balloon back walnut chairs with slip seats recovered, and a Regency style sofa. The early 1850 flame mahogany sideboard has 3 cutlery drawers. Very nice. I'd read through all of that, but if you guys want to read the rest, you can just screenshot there and take a look. I love all the old antique stuff. So cool. Old books. Very pretty. Alright, let's go back in here. That thing is just creepy. That would really scare the crap out of you in the middle of the night. Just coming in here and all of a sudden you just see this big black thing just standing there. Oh wow. The Delineator, Journey of Fashion Culture, published Toronto, 1892. Also, please, do not touch. Apparently this photo is also new. organ still works. Oh man, that thing is amazing. Look at that. Wow. How gorgeous. They definitely don't make stuff like that anymore. Wow. Oh, we got the washroom here. So the funniest thing that I keep laughing about recently is that we were just at what's known as the Wilson Castle. You guys probably just saw it in the last vlog. I will have a main channel video up probably in like a week or so. I'm not really sure when I'm uploading that one yet because it's going to take a little bit of extra time to make it look pretty, to edit it. But basically what was hilarious was that the sink and the actual toilet were in two completely separate rooms. I should have documented this because it's really funny how they used to do that. So you go down this one hall where the staircase was towards the back, and then one side has the toilet and the other side has the sink, but two completely separate rooms. And we got a very creepy basement. I assume I'm allowed to go in here. The door is just wide open. I don't really know, but what the heck is this thing? Whoa, okay, this might just be for storage. Whoa, look at those. That's so cool. I'm gonna bump my head on this thing. Oh, that just goes back up that way. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go all the way down, but look at these. Damn. That's wild. So here is the kitchen. It's literally the largest room in the whole house. Farm kitchen. The room has its original wainscoting and floorboards. Tongue and groove pine is decorated to circa 1850. This would have been the main living area of the home after its addition in 1860s. Oh, cool. Okay. So this would be like the oldest part. Very like Canadian pioneer style. Okay. So I think this was the servants' quarter area. There you go. So this is where they would have lived. Obviously backed onto the kitchen. They probably originally lived up here too. And then they probably turned it into like a servants' quarters. Hired help's room. This possibly was 2 rooms reached by a typical winder staircase. The campaign rope bed is from 1820 with low posts to fit under the eaves. Wow. The saying, "Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite," was derived from tightening the rope and changing the straw to discourage bugs living inside the tick. Wow. Look at that. So that is this, I'm guessing? I'm not really sure. I remember she pointed it out at one point in time. Yeah, I'm guessing it's that. You basically, instead of like a mattress like we would have now, they have like these ropes that you just tighten and loosen and, you know, all that fun stuff. Here, I'll show you guys. There you go. Got some ropes under there. Ooh, creepy attic. Oh, it opens. How funny would it be if I just crawled up there? Look at that old photo. Damn. We got another cradle here. This one looks to be broken on one side, unfortunately. So many quilts. Young girls would learn to quilt watching at quilting bees and practicing for their own quilt tops. The quilting bee provided an opportunity for women to come together and exchange patterns, fabrics, local news, while at the same time create a practical and decorative quilt for one of the local families. So basically, they used to quilt together and then gossip, obviously. And we got all these old tools they used to use back in the day. Very nice stuff. And we got natural beeswax. Thread was pulled through the wax to help with quilting. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Wait, that's not real. I think that's just a prop. That's hilarious. And then we got all this wool, which is what they used to do back in the day. The funny thing The funny thing too is that where I live, it's very suburbia type of thing, and before it used to literally be all farmland. Like you used to come up here and there was basically nothing, just like greenhouses, farmland, and then eventually they started building and building and building, and now there's just like a bajillion houses in this city. So all right, let's just try not to fall down the stairs. And that's pretty much it. Very cool. Alrighty, I guess I can head out. Cool.
And they had 4 bedrooms upstairs. And
Oh,
just
okay.
have one big room.
Yeah.
Which is the way it originally was.
Right. So they found it. I believe they found it, right? It was just like randomly abandoned somewhere, basically?
Well, it was on a lot that a developer had bought.
Okay.
And it had been bricked. The guy who bricked it, during World War I, he raised a crop that he sold to make dye for the soldiers' uniforms.
Oh, okay.
And he made enough money to brick the house,
Right.
which insulated it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And so then when the developer found it and, you know, was going to tear it down, we didn't really know what it was, started to
Yeah.
investigate and said, hey, wait, there's
something here.
There's log under this. You know?
Yeah.
And he was savvy enough to know, don't tear it down.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
That's what they always want to do that.
They always want to tear things down.
Yep.
He was good enough to say, hey, there's something here. So he donated it, and he paid for the whole thing.
Alrighty, so that is the little mini tour of the historic Bovaird house, and it's just funny how like little stories keep surfacing about how haunted the place is, and they're like, well, there's not too much here, but I mean, it depends. Some people have like interesting stories. Like apparently there was another lady who was sitting somewhere in there, and basically they felt the presence of somebody standing right next to them. So there's definitely something going on here, and I really want to come and investigate. It might be complicated because it's owned by the city, and for some reason the mayor of Brampton just doesn't like me because he blocked me on Twitter because he can't handle criticism is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so at least it was pretty interesting to get a little day tour. I'm gonna try and contact them again, contact the director, and see if I can in fact come. Maybe I'll come with Elliot, and we can just kind of, you know, make some arrangements, because I think it would be kind of cool also to promote the history of the city, which is nice. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now.